Hello boys, it's my turn to make you some food in the kitchen today. So I'm going to show you how to make a steak ciabatta roll or a steak ciabatta baguette. Essentially what it is a piece of steak in 2 ciabattas with some extra ingredients as well. Okay, I'm going to show you. Okay, so all you need to cook this meal is some salt and pepper, a nice bit of steak, okay? You only need one bit because we're going to make it last and make it spread between these 2 ciabattas, okay? 2 ciabattas, a sharp knife, half a red onion, 4 medium-sized mushrooms, some lettuce, some cooking oil, that's the good stuff. Okay, if you can get that. A bit of butter to put in your ciabattas, and some mustard, if you like your mustard. And then the equipment you need on the hob is just a medium-sized pan to put everything in. And now, I'm going to show you how to make it. Okay, so before I started cooking, I've put my oven round to 200 degrees Celsius. And I've preheated that for a few minutes. What I'm going to do in a second is open the oven up and put these 2 ciabattas in there, okay? Because these ciabattas take about 10 minutes to cook, and this dish is only going to take about 10 minutes to cook as well. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop those ciabattas in the oven now. One like that, and one like that. Shut the door and forget about them. Next thing we're going to do is cut these mushrooms up and cut this onion up. I'll show you how to do it now. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to cut the onion up. So we've got half an onion, cut the end off, cut the other end off, put your rubbish there. Good catch. Peel the skin off the onion. Excuse my sniffling, I've got very bad hay fever. Okay, then you've got your onion like this. I'm going to cut it lengthways down, all the way down, okay? Like that. Hopefully you saw that. Once you've done that, just put it to the side of your chopping board. And then with your mushrooms, I washed these mushrooms earlier. All you're going to do, cut them all in half. 2, 3. I'll tell you what, we're only going to use 3. Once you've cut them all in half, just slice down like that. So you get left with a piece like that, all right? So do that to these. Do that. Good. Keep cutting. Okay. Okay, so in the pan that you're using, you're going to turn it on to a medium to high heat. Okay. Get your oil. Pour a nice generous amount of oil in there. Get it around the pan and let that warm up for 1 minute. Once it's warm, we're going to put all that in. So let me put that there. Get that steak out of the way. Another 10 seconds, let it warm up. Grab your veg. Put it in the pan. You'll know it's warm because you'll be able to hear it sizzling when you put that in, okay? Good, let that fry in there for a second. Whilst that starts to fry, we can prepare our steak. Okay, once we've got our steak out of the pack, sorry, just going to use our palm just to flatten it out a little bit, okay? That way you get a little bit more from it, so you can fill that ciabatta up nicely. All right, so we're going to do that. Flatten it out on the chopping board. Once we've done that, I'm just going to wash my hands. We're going to season it with some salt and pepper. All right. Now I haven't got a lot in here, but I'm going to do it anyway. Get some salt on there. A little bit of pepper on there. If you've got any other herbs in your cupboard, feel free to put those on. Turn it over. Same on the other side. Good. All the while you've been doing this, those onions and mushrooms have been frying nicely in the pan. Just giving them a bit of a stir. So, when the onion and mushrooms start to look like they're pretty cooked, they're going a bit soft, mushrooms going a little bit brown, you can then put the steak in, okay? It's important that the pan is nice and hot when you put the steak in. Pick the steak up with your hand, put it in the pan. Now, depending how you want your steak, is how long you cook it. Now I like to have my steak medium rare, which means it's a little bit red inside, alright? So I've had that cooking now for about 1 minute on that side. I'm going to give it another 30 seconds and then I'm going to turn it over onto the other side. That should be okay for how I like it. If you want it to be a bit tougher and you want it to be a little bit less colour, a little bit less red inside, cook it for a bit longer on each side. But personally, I think a lot of the flavour goes when you cook it for too long. So I'm going to turn mine over now. Okay, I've just turned that over. I needed 2 hands to do it, so I had to stop the camera. Now it's cooking the other side. You can see on this side, it's nice and cooked. I'm going to give it about 1 minute on there, and then it should be ready. Quick check on the ciabattas. Yeah, they're looking good. So just watch that frying. Give it another 30 seconds on there. Okay, whilst that's cooking, that steak, it's nearly done. You can just prepare a bit of your lettuce, get it out of the pack, put it on its side, cut down. Don't need too much. Once it's on the chopping board, just give it a bit of a cut. And that's ready to go into your ciabatta. Turn the heat off. Take it off the heat. Leave it there for 2 minutes. You've got your lettuce there. I'm going to turn the oven off. Open the door. Get these ciabattas out. Use a tea towel so you don't burn your hands. Get them up on there. Up on there. Close your oven. Now we're going to get this steak ready to put in the ciabatta. Okay, I'm going to get my steak out of the pan. There it is on a plate. Put that there. Just move that out of the way. Got my nice onions and mushrooms there in this frying pan as well. All the flavour from the onions and mushrooms has gone onto the steak along with the salt and pepper, which is what you want. Move that knife there. Put that there. Right, now you want to cut your ciabattas. Okay, so you've got to be careful when you do this. Hold them in the palm of your hand. get your knife, preferably one with a serrated edge, and just cut down into the ciabatta. Okay, be careful you don't go all the way through, because if you do that, you'll cut the palm of your hand. I've done that before and it really hurts. There's one nice smoking ciabatta. And two. That's really, when you have a ciabatta and they've been in the oven, they're quite hot, so be careful, but you can see the smoke coming off of it. Ready to put my steak into. Just gonna wipe my hands. Okay. Now I've cut my ciabattas open, I'm gonna butter them, all right? If you don't like butter, you don't have to put butter in. But I like it, so I'm gonna put it in. Open up that butter. Get yourself a knife. And just spread the butter into the ciabatta. If you can't spread it too well, it doesn't matter, it should melt because the bread's nice and warm. A bit more. Okay, butter's in. Put the butter to one side. Put that in there. Okay, next ingredient, in my opinion, is a very important one, is the mustard, okay? So this is a new one, so I'm just gonna undo the lid. Okay, once the butter's in, you can use the same knife as the for the mustard. Get your mustard. English mustard's fine. This is whole grain mustard. They all taste good. Spread that in your ciabatta. Be generous, because the mustard really does make it taste nice. Okay, spread that through. Lovely jubbly. Put your butter in the fridge. Get rid of that knife. With your steak that you cooked earlier, wash your knife. You're just going to cut the steak into nice strips so they fit into your baguette nicely, okay? So they should look like that, all right? So nice, long strips, okay? You'll see my steak's a little bit red inside. That's how I wanted it. If you cooked it for any longer, it would have been brown inside, but if you prefer it like that, that's fine, okay? So I've got now about 7 or 8 strips like that, okay? What I'm now going to do is get my first ciabatta, put some lettuce in there, like so. Remember, the mustard's in there already, the butter's in there already. I'm going to put some steak strips in there, probably half of them, so 4 or 5. Get those in there, like that. And then, if you remember, the pan that I've got, I'm going to pour all that flavour in there from the onions and the mushrooms and the steak. Pour that into my baguette. So it looks like that. Now the tricky part is closing it. You can use your knife to hold everything in while you close it, like So, close it up, put it on the plate. Okay, so this is Mr Atkins's steak ciabattas. Loads of lettuce, loads of onion, loads of steak. And the other one, lettuce, steak, onions, mushrooms, and a lovely soft ciabatta. And we can worry about the washing up after we've eaten. Enjoy, boys. Good luck.